Hey guys, it's Jessica Hayes. As you can see, I have quite a bit of color on for me. It's not warm, it's not a crack eye. I have been envisioning this green glittery look for so long, it was about time to finally recreate it. So today I will be using all OCC products in my video. They are vegan and cruelty free and just an awesome brand in general. I'll be using the lip tars, the lip pencils, the pigments, the glitter, and also the cream color concentrates for this. So if you would like to learn how to recreate this look, keep watching and I will teach you exactly how to do it. So I'm just gonna start off by popping a little bit of the NYX HD eye primer on the lid. And then I'm just gonna take a little sprinkling of the wasabi pigment into the lid. I'm just gonna get all of that pigment on the Morphe 511 brush and buff that all over the eye. And up past the crease just a little bit. So just gonna fade that up a little bit past the crease. Next I'm gonna take this Pool Boy pencil and just pop that on the inner rim of the eye. And also underneath the eye as well. I'm just gonna take this fluffy eyeshadow brush from OCC and just blend that lower lash line. Gonna take a little sprinkle of this color Nori. So I'm just gonna take that Nori color and blend that underneath the lower lash line. Then with the same brush, I'm just gonna add a little bit of wasabi to the tip of the brush and dust that underneath the lower lash line, just so we can get a little bit of a blend happening. Just grabbing a little bit of that Nori color on the 234 Zoeva brush, and I'm just gonna darken the outside right here a little bit. Gonna go back to that first original brush and just make sure all of this is blended. Now, I would say you could go ahead and stop here, add some mascara, maybe some liner, maybe a nude lip, and keep it somewhat toned down. But the whole reason that I wanted to do this eye was specifically for this glitter here. This is OCC glitter in gold. To me, it has more of a greenish, kind of limey color. I've been envisioning this look for so long, ever since I saw Nikki, who works for OCC, wearing this glitter all over his eyes. It looked so amazing, so I've been meaning to recreate that since April. So I'm just gonna go ahead and grab some of the LA Splash Till Midnight Glitter Elixir, just to keep this glitter on my lids. Oh, not that much. You want to make sure you don't do that and don't get it in your eyelashes, because it's like sticky. So I'm just gonna do one lid at a time. And then I'm just gonna go back to that original brush that we've been using. Grab a little bit of this amazing glitter color. Tap it off a little bit, of course, because we've already got our foundation done, and just pat that onto the eye. So make sure you pat that on and don't blend it on, because otherwise it will end up all over your face. It's glitter, guys. Be careful. Flick off whatever glitter fell onto the face. Now, I used Hourglass Immaculate Matte foundation, so the glitter's not really sticking to it because it's not a super dewy foundation. But if you did have a dewy foundation on, what you can do is wrap sticky tape around your fingers and just use that to press it off the skin or lift it off the skin. But because this is a matte foundation, it doesn't really stick to it. I accidentally took the glitter on this one up a little too far, so I'm just using a small fluffy brush. This is a Morphe M507, and I'm just going to use that just to kind of go back over and darken that crease a little bit. And I'm just going to even it up on the other side as well. Basically, I wanted to keep the glitter mostly on the lid of the eye. So just by taking this darker color just a little bit over where that glitter's gone, that just kind of re-accentuates the crease. I'm gonna try and add the tiniest thin liner just along the lash band. I don't want it to look like I've got liquid liner on. This is just to darken the lash band just a little bit. And this is, of course, the LA Splash Art to Connect liner. My fave. Yay! I did it! I didn't Winehouse it. Now let's try and find my black mascara in the abyss of black. Oh, there it is. I'm just gonna pop on a little bit of the IT Cosmetics Superhero Lash. Just gonna touch up underneath the eyes with a little bit of this concealer in Y1. Just using a synthetic concealer brush. Just press the edge of that back into the foundation. And I'm just gonna go over with that big fluffy brush we were using just to make sure everything's all blended in underneath there. We didn't make any harsh lines by redoing that concealer. If you don't have tape handy, taking a little mascara wand to flick off glitter can be handy as well. I always get my disposables from Cosmetics. I will link them below. Kind of flick those glittery bits away from underneath the eye because I didn't mean to get glitter under there. Next, I'm going to take this cream color concentrate in the color John Doe, popping that on a Crown C454. Just going to buff that off onto my hand just a little bit first. I think I put a little too much on the brush. I'm just going to use that cream color concentrate underneath the cheekbones just to give a little bit of a shade there. This color is perfect for a pale light taupe contour. Every time, Herman, every time. Something I usually don't do very often, but I'm just gonna lightly take that to straighten the nose just a little bit. I'm not a huge nose contourer, but this color isn't offensive. And then I just lightly buff that over with my beauty blender. For the cheeks, I'm going to take the cream color concentrate in Grandma and just using this stippling brush, I'm just gonna stipple that onto the apples of the cheeks. Whoop. And it's kind of very highly pigmented, so I should have done what I did with the John Doe and just stippled it off of my hand first. This would be more so the perfect amount. Let's fix that. I'm just gonna buff it in a little bit and then just use my beauty blender with my foundation on it and just pat that into the skin. So these cream color concentrates, they are very highly pigmented. You can use them anywhere on the face, but keep in mind that they are highly pigmented, so yeah. For highlight, I'm going to be taking the loose color pigment from OCC in Oberon. A while ago in my favorites video, I did compare this to the Pat McGrath highlighter. So it is like that white with a little bit of a pinkish underglow to it. I'm just gonna use that right on the tops of my cheekbones. Like I said, this does have a pinkish hue to it, so I don't want to take it too high up the cheekbones because it does have that color through it. So I'm gonna focus it more along this mid kind of cheekbone section rather than higher up like I do take some very light highlights. I'm trying to avoid highlighting that cool pimple that I've had on my cheek for the last week. This is the Courtney Jane Jumbo Shader Brush. I don't really want to do the typical light kind of color on the inner corner, but I feel like it needs some kind of highlight. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this really firm pencil brush, tap it off a little bit, and just apply a little more wasabi right on that inner corner just for a little extra pop of color. Yeah, that looks good. I'm going to use this Lip Tar Duo in Hoochie. If I wanted to make this look more wearable, I'd probably use a Pennyroyal pencil with Soy Latte or John Doe Lip Tar. That's another one of my favorite combos, but while we're in Color Town, go big or go home, right? With the pencils, I usually outline and then fill in just a little bit. And then I'm gonna grab the lip tar. The key with these is to not over apply them. They have kind of like a glossy, satiny finish. So if you totally apply them to the edge of the lips and you apply too much, they will bleed. But if you apply just a nice amount, like the amount that's just on the doe foot when it comes out, then that's enough. So as you can see, I applied the most on the inside of the lip, and then whatever's left on the applicator, I'm just kind of feathering out to the edges, not completely to the edges, but just a nice light amount, so that means it won't bleed. So hopefully you found those tips of applying the lip liner and the lip tar helpful. I know a few of you have commented before that lip tars don't really last that long on you. It's just the key is to not over apply them. That's why I actually like them a lot better in the ready to wear tubes now, because you can't really over apply them, whereas with the tubes it was like, yay, let's just put a ton on because it looks awesome, and then yes, they would definitely bleed. But it definitely helps doing the lip liner first and kind of using that to get to the edges of the lips and then applying it more so in the center of the lips and then feathering outwards so that you don't have a ton of product on the edge of your lips. The weekly update on the $100,000 for Cancer is that we are almost at $7,000. It's trickling off a little bit slow, so if you wanted to donate, now is totally the time. There's been less than 200 entries into the big prize draw as well, so your chances of winning are quite good. And if you've seen from the video, there is so many OCC lip tars in the prize giveaway as well, so if you love OCC and you want to score some good karma points, go ahead and donate to the 100K for Cancer fundraiser. Hope you guys have liked this colorful and summery look. Thank you so much always for tuning in, and I will see you guys next Tuesday for my next weekly video. See you later.